This is one chapter from which you can easily score marks if you know the rules well. Chattels and wasting assets. What are chattels? Two important points as you see there. Tangible, movable property. When it comes to assets, they can be wasting assets or non-wasting assets. Wasting is here 50 years or less than that, and non-wasting assets is 50 years or more than that. You can have a look at those examples. These are the examples that usually comes up in the exam. So have a proper look at that. Chattels that are wasting means tangible movable property that is life less than 50 years. So wasting chattels are non-wasting chattels. What is the use of identifying this? Let's have a look. Now, the very point of understanding if it is a wasting chattel or non-wasting chattel is, if they are non-wasting chattels, okay, if they are non-wasting chattels, you have to follow something called a 6,000 rule for calculating the chargeable gain. If they are wasting chattels, all of them are exempt except for one category, which are chattels eligible for capital allowance, which is plant and machinery. Let's look at non-wasting chattels 6,000 rule. 6,000 rule is this. If you're selling a non-wasting chattel, there are three cases, both proceeds and costs greater than 6,000. Case 2, either one of them is greater than 6,000. The case 3 is one, both of them are less than 6,000. Case 1, when both of them are above 6,000, as usual, normal calculation, proceeds minus cost and all that. Case 3, if one of them or both of them, sorry, if case 3 is when both of them proceeds and cost is less than 6,000, answer is exempt. But case 2, if one of them is greater than 6,000, either it can be a gain or a loss. Gain, if it's a gain, then the chargeable gain is a greater of normal gain, and 5/3 to gross proceeds minus 6,000. If it is a loss, deemed proceeds, which is, if it is case 2, deemed proceeds is 6,000, which means you have to take the loss as 6,000 itself. You have to take it as 6,000 itself. All right. So that's how it is for non-wasting chattels, is the 6,000 rule. Now, let me take you, now when it comes to wasting chattels, I told you that is wasting chattels are always exempt except for that one category, which is chattels eligible for capital allowance. So what about that? So chattels eligible for capital allowance, that is the only category in wasting chattels which are chargeable. Remaining all wasting chattels are exempt. So one main skill you need to understand is how to identify chattels are wasting or non-wasting. So take a look at that list. All right. Okay. So chattels eligible for capital as plant and machinery. If it is sold at a gain, follow the 6,000 rule, which you studied. We just studied that. If it is sold at a loss, do the calculation in such a way your final answer is 0. How is that possible? How is that possible? Proceeds minus cost. If it is sold at a loss, which means proceeds is less than cost. So you reduce this cost by writing capital. Let me show you one small example. Let's say it is a chattel eligible for capital allowance and it is a loss, which is proceeds 10,000, cost 12,000. The final answer should be 0. How is that possible? You have to reduce a capital allowance of 2,000, which will give you the cost as 10,000, and then your answer will be 0. So always remember that. But it's a chattel eligible for capital allowance, and if it is a loss, this is how you do it. All right. The other categories, other wasting chattel, other wasting assets, which means assets which are not chattels but which are wasting, like copyrights and all. So in such case, the answer is proceeds minus cost, but cost is not just the cost, but cost in the remaining useful life by estimated useful life. So let me tell you something from this chapter. One skill you need is identifying. It is very easy for you to calculate this. You all will know the formulas, but the thing is, you should identify when you see the question. Oh, this is a chattel. Oh, this is a wasting chattel. Oh, this is another wasting asset. So you should be able to identify that. So go through all the examples. When you see a question, if it is a patent, you should identify, oh, this is another wasting asset. In this, I should apply the formula proceeds minus cost, where cost is cost in the remaining useful life by estimated useful. You should know that that's the formula you should apply. Okay. So this chapter is extremely, all this very small. Please develop the skill to identify when you see the question that it is a wasting chattel or it's a non-wasting chattel or is another wasting asset. All right.